everyone, and welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, home of the Bayou Bengals and the stadium called Death Valley since the late 50s. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Back to the ground with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They're trying to get to it. He looks that one in nicely. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Offense set on 1st down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Leaves it with the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right.
Running toward the tape. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. A 1st down run in the red zone. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
3rd and goal coming up here. Wide out in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on 3rd down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. 1st down from the 42. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are
speeding down the left side. He's at the 10. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Quickly complete.
And on that out route, 3rd down, guys, you just want to see a little bit better execution. You want to see more depth on the route. You want to see a little bit more of an accurate throw so he doesn't have to come back and fight for it, so that we can pick up the 1st down a lot easier. A little bit better by the quarterback and receiver, and as a result, they do get the catch, but it sets up 4th and short.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Got his man quickly. Across the 25, he's got room. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Going up top on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas A&M.
First down to start the drive after the break. On the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
Did a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, him and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Running with power. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Got it looking for a first. Got room at the 35. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to break down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
And the Aggies will line it up on 1st and 10. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Takes the handoff. It's Buck. He's at the 10. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Once that ball was loose, offense. A chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. The Aggies want to crank the tempo. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. To the air, it's done. Fires left. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And now on first down after converting with the run. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Right back to the well.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Listen, when you got a big sucker like that at quarterback, all he's got to do is lean forward, and he's going to get that 4th down. He just does a great job getting behind the offensive line, falling forward, and getting the big 4th down conversion.
Going to the ground. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead. I'm going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here. Defense playing a bail technique.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Catch in the middle. It's Buck. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Gets it out fast. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
They'll line up for a second down play. Looking downfield, it's done. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. At the 30. Quick with the spin move. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Touch pass on the run. Crosses the 30. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Inside the 30. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Here's the give off the left side. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the ground with the back. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They take the lead with the 6.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After that encroachment penalty, it's now 1st and 5. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
At the 35-yard line. Second down.
Here on second down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Across the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Give to the running back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. To throw, it's done. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Little touch pass to the receiver. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, LSU 17, Texas A&M 14.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. Stop short of the marker. And they stop with this defense and they get them all back.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stuff.
Going to the running game. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. LSU right back to the line. The give to the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
The give to the back. At the 35, he's got room. Hits the accelerator to the right. Past the 10. Touchdown, LSU! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the 2nd level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. These corners going to give them some space. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. Line getting set on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's done. Quarterback extends the play. At the 35, he's loose. Open runway ahead. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run, and this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
I I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. LSU quick to the line. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
Quick strike complete. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. The defense pounced on that, and now they're headed the other way.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's out past the 35. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. Okay. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Give to the single back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Give to the running back. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Coming up, 4th down.
Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. He'll keep it on the sneak.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
I'm really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident, and David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.